Hi Scorpios, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. Whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick messages that came through while I was clearing your cards. Something related to something that you think gives you a sense of freedom that's actually holding you back. Like when you let go of this thing, whether it be a belief, a routine, a relationship, a career, there's something here that we have the perception that it gives us a sense of freedom, but in actuality, it's hindering us from really going after what it is that we desire, okay? So whatever that is for you, while I'm recording this, there is a full moon in Aquarius that's going to be happening, and I do think that we're going to really be able to charge forward, right? There's this idea too of making sure, like, when you feel empowered, you empower yourself. However, there's this strong conviction of feeling like we need to set things straight and make things right, standing up for justice, and we just want to make sure that we do that from a place of empowerment and not a place from like shadow ego energy where we like a feeling of being right just to be right. All right, so I don't know what that is for you, but take it how it resonates, Scorpios. But there's a lot of messages illuminating for you. Okay. Also, where I'm recording this, so many retrogrades happening, and even more are happening soon. So do be mindful of that. We are all being very reflective. There's a lot of fast forward moving energy, but along with that, we have a lot of delays and feeling like restricted. So just pay attention to that, okay, Scorpios, and let's see what we got going on for you. Also, thank you so much for joining me. If this reading does end up resonating, please do hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot. Yeah, all related to Pluto, all related to you stepping into this energy, okay? All related to you stepping into your power of the emotional, like your water power, okay? So all my favorite astrologers say it all the time, the power of water, and that how that will be increasing in the coming years. So do pay attention to that, because I do think that, yeah, something here is really related to this new confidence, this new authority, right? Something here that's really making you feel your power. And again, Pluto, okay? So do take a look at your Pluto. We got a lot of strong, oh, that's another thing. Pluto retrograde is going into Capricorn soon. So that could be a very strong influence for you too, okay? So overall energy this week, we have the Emperor. Now the Emperor is Aries energy, but this is that structure. It's like making sure like we have this routine, we have these rules, we have these things in order because it creates stability and balance, right? This is also that message of making sure you have a strong foundation, okay? So even if you're building a house, let's say, like there's something here to making sure like the foundation you set is so important. I'm also getting root chakra energy, right? Like going to your root chakra, going to the roots of who you are, your childhood, right? Your community, your family, all of these things that created the foundation that you now stand on is going to be something that you're really reflecting on this week. Now, what we need more of and what the universe is gifting you is Two of Cups. So Two of Cups, Venus and Cancer. There's just something here to making sure that you prioritize those relationships that where you vibe with people, like making sure you prioritize them, not getting stuck in your head, right? Not getting, like I said, there's this feeling like there's this this need for like freedom or escaping, and I feel like we do it on our own, but like we're really meant to like hone in on our relationships this week. Now, what you need less of and what you can give to others, the Queen of Cups. So here's where water energy, we can kind of go with the flow too much, right? And like kind of float away, okay, into the abyss, if you will. And so I do think that like sometimes we need to recognize that going with the flow isn't always what we need to do, okay? So that, because this is about going with the flow, right? And this is about the structure and order and like, you know what I mean? Like there's a dam here to prevent the water from flowing. And then when that water doesn't flow and it builds up, like, you know, there's this frustration, and that's where the escapism comes. But I see the way that this Emperor is looking over here. And so it is this idea of recognizing why these things are in order. You know, it's like this. Okay, so let's say you have a family, right? And when you get home, you always go do your own thing, right? Like, I'm gonna go do my own thing. Where it's like, there's something here to like using that time with your family, using that time with your, you know, like your close loved ones, that is going to actually benefit you more than this feeling of free-flowing escapism, okay? All right, so let's see what we got for the Emperor. Judgment. Okay, so this is related to your concept of power. So this is what came out right in the beginning your concept of personal power, right? And this idea of freedom, and how we might be perceiving that differently now, all right? This is about liberating yourself and answering the wake-up call. So I do think that there's a wake-up call here for you when it comes to your energy as the emperor of your own domain. Like, what does that mean? We're moving away from this toxic patriarchal energy, and we're getting more to a fair imbalance of the yin and the yang. And so I do think that this is something where we're going to feel this very strongly. Wow. So did you hear how loudly that was? Very strongly. Okay, so there could be a situation that comes up. Again, we have a full moon in Aquarius, so do see what house Aquarius rules and also what house Leo rules. There's probably a message related to that. The Magician. So like I said, this is where it's like we need to recognize we're in control of these relationships, harmonious relationships. Like we're in the driver's seat, right? And we have everything we need to bring more harmony into our relationships, okay? All right, so Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups? Yeah, you want to do too much, okay? I feel like you're so focused on okay, so it's like you got this rhythm, right? It's like having that routine where like this is how I do things. This is I've always done things. And so like I did say, there's something that we can let go of that isn't serving us, where it's part of just like, it's just this, yep, this is what I do. I wake up, I do this, and where it's not serving us anymore. And again, Pluto is here to transform us all, right? It's here to transform the collective. It's here to transform us personally. And I think that's because you are getting it. You are feeling you're not getting the same joy that you used to get from whatever this is. And then when we do, it's like, that's where that energy comes back. It's like we keep like, you know, I need to do it more because I'm not feeling it, where it's like, it's the universe is telling you like, no, like you're meant to be shifting that energy somewhere else. Okay, Scorpios? All right, so let's get an empowering question here for Scorpios. Okay, so your empowering question is, would I be proud of myself if I spoke to other people in the same way as my thoughts speak to me? How do my thoughts speak to me? All right, this is going to be very important, especially because of Aquarius being an air sign, air being communication. I really want you to ask yourself that, because I do think it's an idea of how the identity you have for yourself versus the power, the transformation that's coming in related to your idea and concept of power. Because remember, Emperor is power too, right? That's like authority, power, structure. It's also father energy. So if you're a father watching this could be very strongly related to that. But you have everything you need to create harmonious relationships is really what I'm getting, okay? So it's knowing when to flow, but it's also knowing when we need that structure, okay? So Scorpios, thank you so much for joining me. As always, shine your inner light. You've got this.